again. Chaos is here. We're live. We're gonna be watching episode 8 of Amazing Digital Circus. Shut up. I heard you, but anyway, we're watching that. We are gonna be pausing it. We are be explaining things or like sharing our theories and such and whatnot. So if you were here and have not watched the episode, what the fuck are you doing? Go watch the episode. But anyway, that's enough of the
In
preamble.
other words, spoiler warning.
Big spoiler warning. So let's get. I kind of wish I could get the like Mystery Science Theater thing going, like with our shadows or silhouettes instead of our heads. Well, colors, you know. Well, you know what I mean. Shut up. Leave me alone. Listen to my eyes. Okay. Loading video. Alrighty. So yes, this is the latest episode. Let me turn it up. Take 2. It's a mouthful to say. It is a mouthful to say. Let me turn it up more for y'all. Okay. So right off the bat, I already knew this was Kane. That was bright for me. That makes me want gummy worms seeing that one. Diva, I swear to God. But too, with the whole intro, I always like how the shapes are getting more complex and there's even more of them. Pause.
All right. So one thing I noticed when it came to that, the very first images that it showed, right? They're just pictures of like a circus. Or like, I noticed they were pictures of things that we've seen before in other episodes. So like the carousel, there was an episode where it showed like multiple carousels, like in like a spiral. That's what I noticed. And then the other images are like images of the worlds they've been in. So like Spudsy's with the hamburger, the gummy worms with the candy land that they were in, the gator being gummy goo. And then I noticed too, the shapes once Kane started like getting out of control are the shapes of the gloinks.
Yes, that's what I noticed too. I was like, yeah, I'm glad that you mentioned that because I was getting ready to say that part. Like, it's so much code, so much information that he is getting in that it's basically just turning into random nonsense, random noises, a gloink, if you will. All right, let's go back to that. And now containment. And then comes the blue. Which always find it.
I assume is Abel.
Yes.
Or my understanding is that's gotta be Abel.
Yes. In which too we don't see any like what they put in Abel. It's just yellow, but that's it. But too with Kane that we saw
kills.
Yeah, and yet Kane kills Abel.
Spirals.
Let me turn it down just a little bit. And one thing I always love too, how dark it is at this part, in which this metaphor will come up later because we see, of course, Kane being the center. And we see random shapes.
This to me looks like the shape of the circus.
Yeah, it is literally
hut
the literal
they're in. Yes.
building block of the circus. So that part is always interesting to me because as soon as I saw that, I kind of got the hint of what it was going for about it because we see the black background, we only see Kane, and then the circus, the structure of the circus is there being built, and so the other metaphor will come in later. I'll explain that part when we get to it, but I always loved that part because as soon as I saw that, I was like, huh, that's interesting. We're already getting biblical iconography already, and we have the very first group.
Another chess piece, huh? How are you holding up?
I just don't know.
This part honestly did make me sad.
We've never made anything like this.
I just hope that...
Wait,
Are you?
it's... you.
Yeah,
Oh
Queenie.
my god.
I wish I could remember your name.
Same.
I'm so sorry I roped you into this with me.
And that's such an interesting point.
Quite strange.
But they don't
Isn't it?
remember any other people's names, including their own.
No matter what happens, I'll always...
And then smash cut.
And into the cellar you go. Golly, we're running out of humans here. Now don't you go abstracting on me too. Seriously.
And poor Kinger. Where's my chair? Time for me to sit down. So another thing I love, we see him of course walking. We have no concept of time at all. Like in lingering shots like these, you would see something grow older or colors changing to signify that time is passing.
What?
Or it says how many years later.
Exactly.
What? Hello, guys. I can't figure out how to. Guys, hello. Can you help me out here?
So I'll pause it right there. So that's another interesting thing too, is what we were talking about, my partner and I, because she's screaming out to somebody. So she did not come in alone. Wherever the hell this headset is at, like we're wondering if she did this on a dare or if she was pressured into like to putting on this helmet as like a goof. But then as soon as she got transported there, it all goes south because like oh shit, where am I? Where is everybody else I was with? And the most important thing too that I found out, that we're theorizing was Ragatha. We always see her with like she's when the first episode came out, we thought Ragatha lost her eye. No, she's always had that eye lost. In which I brought up, it kind of looks like a black eye when you look at it. In a way, I was like, yeah, and coming from, we'll see later on, but like, I'm like very sure this solidifies the fact that she was basically in an abusive household with her mother.
What's happening? Can anybody hear me?
I can hear you. Are you okay?
Oh, and I'll pause it again too. Another thing too is about their forms because, like I said, we went heavy on this. I've told Chaos this. I've told our district group this, but like the forms that they take are very interesting because Kane explains it in a little bit too. But like each one of them represents some sort of different trauma within themselves, including Ragatha. Like I said, like the button on her eye was a black eye, and she's a ragdoll. So, like there's a term like going to beat the stuffing out of you, or like or throw you around like a ragdoll, like bit, which compounds the whole bit where she's being abused and stuff like that. And Pomni being a jester, her room being childlike, which is an insecurity by the looks of it, where she doesn't want to be treated as a child. Jax's room is very girly. his colors are like pastel purple, like very light and feminine colors. So we're thinking that somebody on the outside is basically like not calling him manly, or like he's hiding the fact that he doesn't want to be seen as girly, which he may feel like he is or something like that. But I always loved the fact that we're just picking apart these pieces and
Who are you?
going along with it.
How do I take this off?
I.
Whoa! A new one? So it is possible. Looks like you got a new buddy after all, Kinger.
Kinger. Right.
Is this really?
I was hoping new minds could show up. I have to make some more preparations for this amazing breakthrough.
How do I get out of this?
I don't know.
What do you mean?
But everything's gonna be okay. Do you remember your name?
I'm...
Ragatha,
Huh?
That's such a good cut.
you doing okay?
That's a good question.
Well, really hate to say it, guys, but I
Don't
told
you even! Do not even f***ing begin to say that sentence like you didn't try to keep us all trapped here forever.
Anything could have happened when you press those buttons. It doesn't matter.
It seemed to matter back when you did it. What if you did ruin our one chance at
And
leaving?
what if Abel was secretly evil? What if we all got stranded in the void? What if it wasn't real? So it doesn't matter. Never did.
How can you say that like you didn't try to f*** us all over?
He's right, though.
What Gangle?
It doesn't matter what could have happened.
Coulda, woulda,
We could
shoulda.
argue about it and hurt each other all day long, but that's not gonna help anybody. I think what we need to do now is to just be there for each other.
She's right. We've all done
how
bad
much
things.
the animation has changed.
Yeah,
But we're
exactly.
also
From
all
the
we've got.
episodes.
Yes. And the thing we noticed too, like it's gotten
I
more
think
darker, like light, like
we need to
slowly darker
abandon
over
the idea
time.
of leaving.
What do you...
We got our hopes up, and we were let down.
Because you go back to the first episode,
I
everything's
don't
like
know what exactly
literally
happened
bright,
with
like
Cough
a light
Light,
source everywhere. Yeah.
but we can't let that despair consume us. We should focus on what we have. Like you said, constantly chasing an unattainable goal will drive us crazy. Maybe what we have to do now is to just live.
Man, I had dreams and goals. I wanted to be able to leave my mark somewhere in the world. How am I supposed to just abandon that?
You've made a mark in my life.
Which makes me
I know,
wonder how
you're
long each of them
probably
has
right,
been there.
but-
I know
Yes.
Kinger
It
being
just
there the longest, but
Really?
I also want to know
really
like how long
sucks.
everyone else has been there.
Yeah.
If Zubul is still able to remember all the dreams that she wanted
We're
to
all
achieve.
in this together.
And we'll always be in this
Like
together.
yeah, wanted to leave her mark and such.
No matter what.
In which Ragatha is having trouble remembering some things because she's been there the second longest.
Hey. That includes you too.
Huh?
Listen, we're not gonna have you wandering off alone somewhere and abstracting or something. You're a pain in the ass, but you're still one of us.
And that line too, with her saying like, "We don't want you going off and distracting somewhere." Like she knows there's something up with him. She's very observant.
You think I'm capable of abstracting? You guys worry too much.
I think she mainly meant it because she knows
We need a vacation.
after you know, the last adventure that they had, she knows
I
that
don't
it's
understand, Bubble.
messing
They
everyone
want
up.
an
Oh, yeah,
mentally.
yeah,
answer,
true.
They want
So I
answers.
think she
They want
knows that
something real.
anyone
I give
there
them
is
an adventure
capable
that
of
covers all
Yeah,
that,
like-
and they
especially
still hate
herself.
it?
At like everybody's
Surely
at
they
the
don't
snapping
want to
point.
actually leave me, right?
No way, Jose. No way, no how.
I do everything for these people. I slave over these adventures for them. I step outside my comfort zone to appeal to them, and they still hate them. I made a program that creates a body perfectly encapsulating their mind files, and
That's what-
they hate those too. I'm starting to get the feeling that they just hate.
Why would they hate you when they could just hate you?
This is why I was created. This is my function.
They'd rather abstract than go on your adventures.
That can't be true. I do everything for them. Don't they get that I'm trying?
Maybe you're just genuinely bad at this.
Shut up!
I'm gonna pause real
No.
quick too, because on the paper, what's with him and bees?
That one I haven't been able to
Exactly,
make
like,
out.
same thing too that we were wondering because like the episode where he's in therapy with Zubul, he has a bee drawing, but for some reason, yeah, actually that's what we're getting. Beans right here. But anyways, yeah, like he drew like a bee, and then the episode where he is their upper management, there's another drawing of a bee there. Like, what's with him and bees? That's another thing that we were trying to figure out. That I'm guessing we'll find out the answer in the last episode. So let's get back into it though.
I fixed that. I can solve any problem. I can solve this one. That's what this is. A big puzzle that I need to solve.
Defective.
Shut up!
Onward.
Enough!
Maybe you deserved to be abandoned. You really were the lesser of the two. You ruined this.
Enough! Who do they?
So in this case, I know everyone right now is saying Bubble is most likely able.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, I cannot see it. Especially, like, let's say if Bubble were able, wouldn't Bubble have said you really were lesser than me instead of you really were lesser of the two?
But that's another thing too. That I was literally thinking of that this morning when Bubble said that. Bubble doesn't seem complete. That's the thing, because we only seen one stream of data fed into Blue, but there's no other data that was fed into it other than Kane taking over. So there's no real AI there, but there is some sort of entity. That's what I'm getting at. But I mean, it could be the fact too that there may be an Able actually out there, and he's speaking through Bubble, or it's speaking through Bubble. That could be another thing too.
Bubble, more to me right now, seems more like a virus than possibly being able.
Yeah,
especially of the fact that him appearing everywhere, Kane just trying to shut him out, no matter the case.
Like a rogue AI inside of
like
Kane.
a virus,
Yeah.
like an actual virus popping up on your screen, and you're just trying to
exactly.
get out of it, and it keeps popping up no matter what.
Which is funny, I think, too. This brings up back to because the story has a lot of parallels with I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream, in the video game that came out like decades after the short story came out. There's the game mentions that there's two other AI inside the main AI, in which that's what causes it to help rebel against the master. So yeah. All right, let's go back to it.
Think they are.
I bought this shirt.
I give them
by the way.
everything, and they spit in my face! Don't they know what I'm capable of? Humans!
Oh, I love that shot so much.
They only think about themselves. They're spoiled! They won't abstract. They won't leave me. I won't let them! I'm better!
Sorry, everybody.
I'm more powerful! I'm the original! I am God!
I just love that shot. Like I said, just him on that desk that way.
Let's get this show on the road!
And too, with his eyes doing that, that makes me think like that it's starting to split apart.
What was that?
The AIs.
Hello, my little fortuitous fruitcakes!
That's just me,
Today's
though.
adventure
No,
is...
Kane, we're not in the mood. Why don't you answer some of our questions? We have a lot of them.
Who has time for questions when there's a whole wacky world of hijinks out there?
Yeah, hey, you have a lot of explaining to...
Hey!
Alternatively, I don't got to explain diddly squat.
Can you just give us some time to process everything?
Or how about we skip the melodrama and get right to the fun?
No, Kane. We have a lot on our minds right now, and we're not going on an adventure.
I see. And since when were you in charge?
Oh, I love that line so much.
Do you have any idea
That line
how
hits
much
so
I
hard.
do for you guys? How much I obsess
And who
over
put you
trying
in
to make
charge?
things perfect? How many insults I have to ignore to do my job? You have a lot on your minds? Don't make me laugh. I have a new adventure for you, and you should consider participating.
And
I don't know what it is
if
about
we
Jax
refuse?
this episode, but he's just
Maybe
acting
I'm not getting through
completely
to you.
off. Like, I don't know if he knows something or he's just that, like, convinced that this is the real thing.
Yeah.
It's news to me that it's news.
Oh, quick pause. That whole bit with the piano starting up. That was, like somebody pointed out, that's a reference to the Has Been Hotel pilot, where him and Charlie are like literally, it's literally synonymous. Like let's maybe I'm not thinking. But maybe saying it clearly, and the piano starts with the. I was like, oh, that's funny. That's a funny parallel.
I thought of something completely different from that. I thought of that one music video someone made called "A Happy Place," and it starts exactly like
and
that.
it could be the same thing too, because depending on when that came out, that could be referencing that Has Been Hotel, and this could be referencing that. Maybe. All right, let's go back into it again.
To you.
I do love this musical number though.
To which degree? Who answers to who? We could go on and on, but in the end, who are we kidding? My divinity is past infinity. Am I getting through? Seems our regime has plummeted south. Don't need to scream if you ain't got a mouth. Why bite
The most, yeah, the most heavy-handed reference.
It's time you see that this great marquee is the only place you're ever gonna be. So strap on in and take it on the chin, and don't forget who's running the show. Now look at this. Absolute bliss. Oh, what a shock. Watch where you
No.
walk. I'm the host, I run the place. Kane, that is my name. Not enthused, just feeling used. Oh, what a
Goddamn.
shame.
Oh,
Yeah.
the first time we actually
Hear her
this.
swear. Yes.
Love my friends.
So I'm glad that you and my partner caught that.
Nations are getting a cleanse. Put on your Sunday best because I know we're close to quit.
I do love that suit though. Glittery ass.
Remains is how you prime your brains. Lying to me, but you're too blind to see that I'm the one who's running the show.
But yeah, no more like, well, not adventures, but just the fact that this is their. What does he say in that fast food episode? But basically, a form of punishment. It's like, okay, yeah, so this is what he was thinking of the whole time.
I think we all
Or not
understand
thinking
each other
of.
now.
Yeah, like going from like being seen as his toys is now.
Welcome back. I can't
I wanna
believe you
point
didn't
out
pick up on
here-
the context.
If you look at the very, like, maybe first 2 episodes where the gang appears from one of the portals, I noticed in this, it still hasn't passed, but Gangle had her mask broken
Yeah.
during that adventure. And he fixed it. In this part, I noticed he doesn't even fix it. And he's bigger.
Yeah,
Like, he was smaller those episodes, and now he's just ultimately bigger. I don't know if it's to appear more intimidating.
yeah, that's what I'm
or-
thinking. Like just
Or
just
what,
being
what is it?
more imposing. Like, hey, yes, I'm holding the cards here. You guys go on these adventures. But what he says is also important too in this section.
Clues. It was practically spelled out for you.
So several
What are you,
days
stupid?
of
Next
adventures.
one's gonna be even crazier. Hope you're ready.
See,
By
he
the way,
does not
King,
even
I need you
fix
for something.
Gangle's
Come with
mask
me.
Yeah.
at all.
It instantly takes Kinger for no reason. But two, he says, "Did you pick up on the context clues in the adventure?" So it like makes me wonder, like, what other context
I
clues?
don't know
Trying
how
to
many more
give
of these new adventures I can
Kinger a
handle.
message. Probably.
I assume
possibly.
so. Yeah.
Got nothing positive to say about this one?
Oh,
Poor Ragatha.
I can't take this anymore. We gotta do something about this or I'm gonna lose my mind!
I never should have antagonized him so much. I'm sorry.
It's not your fault.
And the thing about this too, what Zubul said.
Break time. Gotta brainstorm some new ideas.
Sorry.
Okay.
Pause. Okay.
The thing about what Zubul says, right?
Mhm.
I remember in the Spudsies episode, she said, "The only reason Kane hasn't done anything to us is the fact that he likes us." And don't get me wrong, I love Zubul, but at the same time, she's like a hypocrite to me
Oh, true. Yeah.
because she was mainly the one always, objecting or going against any adventures that Kane was trying to get her to go into. And then now she's saying, "I never should have antagonized him," knowing fully well she told Jax, like, the only reason he doesn't do anything to us is because he likes us.
That makes me wonder too what kind of adventures he's forcing them on to as well, because like literally her falling apart, Ragatha rolled up that way.
I'm pretty sure it's like more traumatizing than the others that they've been on.
Yeah, especially-
considering the fact how they come back
Several days later.
all like severed or stuff like that.
Yeah.
He shredded me.
This how calmly he says that too. He shredded me.
I think we should get out of the open for a bit.
And he's always so distant, Jax.
That's what I'm saying. He's acting so different in this
Yeah.
episode.
I haven't been up here in a while.
We should just indulge a little while we have the time
I'm
to.
gonna pause it right here too.
I don't know
Well,
what
after
Kane has planned next, but I'm guessing it's not anything good.
So that part, I keep forgetting to swap it back to the pin one. That's my fault. But anyways, you should watch the episode anyway. But the part where she's about to eat that sandwich, it's literally pulled from the trailer for the Digital Circus, and I finally watched it because somebody mentioned that. It's like, oh, that's funny. As soon as he pulls her, there's like Pomni enters. She's about to take a bite of looks like a bite of a sandwich. Kane pins her to this wheel, like where you see like magicians or anything like that throwing like knives at her, and like each one is placed exactly where it's at. So he pulled her into the trailer for the show.
He's gotta get bored of all this sometime, right?
He's not a human. I'm not sure if we can properly gauge how he thinks.
Oh god.
Poor Pomni.
Poor Pomni.
I'm fine.
There you are. I kept clicking. I don't know if you. go ahead.
They can't feel pain, correct?
For the most part, I have.
Because from what Klinger said is like, I remember the very first episode. They can't like, they don't need to sleep. They don't need to eat. But it's just like the pleasure of the,
It gives off
it's
only
just for their own pleasure.
Yeah.
Which makes me wonder: can they feel pain, or is it just the feeling of being uncomfortable and kind of trying to imagine that pain?
Maybe, because the episode where well, I'll pause it real quick. But the episode where they have guns, they're physically reacting to being shot. But that's the thing: are they reacting to pain or the fact that they're getting shot at? Is like that's the thing that I always kind of think of, because like we hear Ragatha go ah, but it could be just the fact like, hey, guns are loud as shit, and the fact that you don't want to get shot. Like, can they even actually feel pain? Because we see them physically reacting as if they are in pain, but we don't see them scream. We don't hear them yelp in pain or grunt or groan.
Kinger, you there?
From where? It's dark in here.
Quickly.
What exactly are we waiting for?
No, she's right. Just give it a bit.
Oh yeah, I forgot to pull up my keep forgetting to pull up my chat. I'll check it in a bit.
I'm guessing you don't want me to remove it.
Yeah, don't worry, I'll check it in a bit. I did see you ping me earlier, but I've been today's been hectic.
Wait,
I feel like it took Kinger this episode a little too long for him to,
Yeah, because
go sane again.
like we've seen him go like sane like fairly quickly
fairly quick, especially with where Kane was hiding all the weapons and
yes
they had to go find them, and then he was brought into there with Ragatha.
Makes me wonder if he
almost instantly in that moment he became sane, but here it took him longer for some reason.
makes me wonder if it's stress related or a stressful situation, because what episode was it? It was the one where they go to that candy and they're doing all that. He had that bucket on there for a long time as well, but there wasn't really anything going on. So like, I'm guessing like it takes a while for him to settle in to the dark. But
or is it the fact that light can still kind of be inside a bucket, which is why it takes longer?
True.
Whereas in that episode, they were just in complete darkness besides the aquarium being slightly, lit up.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what other episode was dark. The
Besides his pillow fort, of course.
Yeah, the pillow fort. But in the episode where him and Pomni are together before they go into hell, there's that part where they're starting to go through the house, through that little mansion area with the keys or the boxes and everything like that. Kinger does that himself. Like, he doesn't ask, oh, what's this? He's just push. So there's thought process, but it just takes a while for him to like fully click back into himself.
bucket makes him sane?
Darkness. It's a long story.
And we're trying to figure out why his muffin is split in half for some reason.
It's a little hazy, but
Let me turn this part up because he talks slow.
C&A.
That was just an adventure, right?
No, C&A is a real company. I worked for them.
But yeah, it's been a hectic day for me at work. After work.
No, we didn't make games. We were just developing artificial intelligence. Specifically,
That was more hell for you, though.
AI. The kind that could come up with its own ideas and create things within the program.
What is going on right now?
Kane was our first semi-successful attempt at that. I can't remember what we originally called him, but he was one of my greatest achievements as a programmer.
You made Kane?
Partially, yes. I got a few pointers from, I can't remember his real name, but his circus name was Scratch. That man was a genius.
Wait,
Kane was pretty rough around the edges, though. I wasn't quite on Scratch's level of
makes me
thinking
wonder why
outside the
Jack
box,
said,
but
wait.
it was
Yeah.
groundwork for something the rest of the team
Does he
could
know
wrap their heads
something?
around. I can't say the same.
That's
for
another thing that
Scratch.
we're trying to
His
think of.
ideas were often so bizarre and abstract that the rest of the
I pause it for a moment because that's one thing we're trying to figure out Jax. Because, like I said, with y'all and my partner, like one thing I was not hoping for that I like, well, that I theorized was that one of them was an NPC. Was I thank God that's not the case. That all of them are actually humans. But like we're trying to figure out Jax. He is very, honestly, he is very complex because he's showing very different like emotions, stature, tone, and how he talks in this episode alone. In which we go back to the last episode, he was about to abstract, and I mentioned it to them during a Discord call. I didn't realize he was actually smiling, like he was ready to let go, until he was woken up. But like we're still trying to figure him out. But just how he says it's like, wait, hold on, like kind of curious if he does know more than he lets on.
team had no idea how to work in his language, either due to pure brilliance or...
But yeah, Too Dark, and I'm not ignoring you.
He was trying
It's
to
just
make
been hell of a day.
something. What was it? I'm getting off track.
But yeah, why is this banana?
Was there anything specific?
Muffin split in half.
Wait, I should go distract Kane so he doesn't listen in on this. Just fill me in afterwards.
Are you? I mean, yeah, that's true, but
Fill me in later.
He's too
Future
stressed
later.
about something.
Yeah,
I will.
in which he has his little panic attack right here.
Which makes me wonder, is he stressed about the fact that they're... The possibility of getting
Kane's
closer
going a
to
bit
a way
crazy
out
right now.
is there,
Is there any way to stop?
and he doesn't want to leave?
That's what I'm wondering too, because especially with the episode where they're shooting each other, he's like, "You are my playthings," in which he is taking joy at the fact that like, he's pissing them off. He is causing misery, so to speak. In which we were thinking too that he's one of the reasons why a few people abstracted was because of his sardonic his sardonic tone, his lack of care, basically, so to speak. Like he is so tuned in. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, you also got to remember, whenever Kaufma abstracted,
Oh yeah.
and, you know, so Kane showed up and he's like, what happened here? Or it was something along the lines where he saw who was abstracted and he's like, oh yeah, my doing.
That's another thing too. But that could have been from the Gloinks too, because it was an in-house adventure.
Possibly.
Yeah, that's what.
I don't know. I just feel like Jax is way too stressed, and I can't tell if it's because of the fact that they're still trying to figure out a way to get out, or he's finally like now realizing like this is real and it's not just like what I thought was just
a bad dream or
a game or a bad dream, from the point of when he was telling Pomni like, you just need to let yourself loose. This isn't real life. And then now he's figuring out like, oh shit, this is real life.
Yeah, his basically the reverse is happening. Instead of like his world opening up, it's crashing inward. Because he's so set on his own little personal space
or at
inside
least control
the
him.
game.
I see.
Or game, the
He's a highly
Circus.
advanced AI, and this is his world. One that he created from nothing. So naturally, he has control over everything. But so do we. In a sense, anyway. We all technically have the ability to conjure, just like Kane. It just comes naturally to him, but requires a lot more skill and concentration for us.
Butterfly.
the
I'm
butterfly.
certain I could alter his code, or at least temporarily put him to sleep until we know how to fix him. I would just need access to a console.
The one behind Kane's office?
No, just a simple computer interface would work. I could get back into the right headspace and essentially conjure Kane's code into the console and alter it.
Well, where do we get one of those?
I think I know exactly where to get one. Take turns with Jax distracting Kane. Don't let that bucket come off Kinger's head.
And parallel to the first episode. I'm gonna pause it right here. Well, after she. So that part was interesting to me too, because Gooseworks is a big fan of Undertale, but like, if you don't know the whole Undertale story, I'm kind of gonna spoil it. But basically, you're going through this magical world you literally fell into, and the first thing you see, basically coming out of your room, was a mirror says, "Hey, it's you." And then you go on this fantastical adventure, all that stuff like that. You meet new friends, enemies, all this stuff like that. But you come back to this mirror, and basically like what Pomni did, she touches her face again. But like in Undertale, I said, despite everything, it's still you. So that she's still herself, whatever she was. She hasn't lost herself in any sort of sense. So that was like that little parallel from that too, especially coming from the first episode. Play it, Damien. There we go. Monkeys. And another piece that we theorized was the fact that in the first episode, like, she was in such a panic, she wanted to find an exit so badly that she willed one in
Right
existence,
suggestion, Jax.
not realizing
As
it
I
went to
feared,
somewhere
there
else.
just isn't anything stuck between my teeth.
Poor Jax.
Oh, wait. Oh, that's where I parked. Haha.
Wow, Kane, you are so funny.
Could you say it with a little more gusto? That's better.
Kane!
Yep.
Do you want to hear a list of things we've decided we love about you as our God and Savior?
Whoa, now we're talking.
Well, first of all,
Just a
we
choice of
love
words.
your...
I know, but I'm bored. Let's go bowling. I'm so proud of you guys.
It's cute how she carries that.
I feel like it's missing something, right?
It's missing relatability.
You're right, scrap it. Let's go back to the drawing board. Humans just aren't a relatable sculpting material.
You think he's running out of ideas yet, or nah?
Do you need help with power or anything?
Nah, I can use my imagination for that.
I was like literally like almost about to bite my own nails at this part. I was like sitting here like just chewing on my fingernails. Like, nope, stop it. Just so nervous when it was coming up.
It's been a while. I may need some time to get my bearings. Try to help the others distract Kane while I figure this out. He
His
may sense
eyes being
something
like
when I really get
bloodshot
into
are
it.
also really interesting.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll do that.
like he's been staring, like unblinking at screens for a
Thank
long
you.
time
By the way.
because he's
For
a programmer.
this and, well, everything.
No.
Honestly, are you even trying?
Shut up, Jax.
Where'd Kane go?
Back to the drawing board, I guess.
Did you get everything working with Kinger?
I think so. We just need to make sure Kane doesn't check up on him.
What do you think we've been doing?
Omni! That's the relatability we've been missing.
It's kind of interesting he says that too.
You know, I thought this endless onslaught of fun would be a little more satisfying. But I've come to realize that these rapid pace ideas are a little half-baked.
I'm sure you can come up with new ideas if you put your mind to it.
That's exactly it, though. I am putting my mind to it, and I'm just not feeling that spark I once did. And if you're not having fun, and I'm not having fun, then who is having fun?
I'm having a baby.
Exactly. Makes me wonder why you guys even switched up your tone. If I didn't know any better, it seems like you're trying to... Where's Kinger?
We just wanted to see your
always
new
love
ideas
that part.
That was the
firsthand.
creepy part, was how self-aware he became of just Kinger not being there.
Yeah.
And with Kinger explaining that he created, Kane, that explains why he cannot even, teleport or even know where Kinger is.
Yeah, because he's not he can summon, we can see him summoning everybody at will, but Kinger is literally the only person that he doesn't summon. He finds him in the Pillow Fort, but who knows how many Pillow Forts there are. We just see the one, but there could be multiple that he could basically conjure up at any time if he wanted.
He can't even spawn in the Pillow Fort itself either,
Yeah,
which makes me wonder, did Kinger make it to where Kane couldn't get in?
Yeah. Because even, the episode where he's talking about his wife abstracting, they said that they were in the Pillow Fort, but whenever we see the flash where she's going in the cellar, they were outside the Pillow Fort. So he must have they must have got out somehow, or he must have found them somehow, or like something like that. Yeah. All right, back to it.
We've gotten over our hang-ups, and now we're all just genuinely curious what you're cooking up.
Ooh, I feel good.
I think I'm just gonna check up on...
We think your ideas suck!
Huh?
Isn't it obvious? We wanted to bait you into testing your new ideas on us so we can make fun of them behind your back.
Ha! That's not true.
Yes, it is! You're a horrible host. You don't care about us at all. You care more about stroking your own ego than giving us anything we'd actually enjoy.
Do you know who I am?
Yeah, you're
I like the
a
detail
failure.
of her eye
We're all gonna
twitching.
abstract
Yes.
someday.
That tells
And
you
what
how
will you have
nervous
then?
she is
Nothing.
to even be
Stop that.
doing it.
Yes.
Or doing
Stunt
this.
Just torturing us because we hurt your feelings? Pathetic! You're like a child. What kind of all-powerful being has such a fragile ego?
You never let us feel like we're at home.
After they're done yelling, I'm gonna
Comfort
pause it
anyone when
because
they're upset, and you
yeah.
never bother to understand what it's like in our shoes.
You discourage us from thinking outside the box and doing things our own way.
You lie to us constantly.
And on top of it all, you just don't listen!
So, yeah, that whole bit, I told them about it too. But whenever all that happened, I instantly figured it out. I was like, oh, this is literally a metaphor for people, or for the Bible. This is literally all that is, because like I said, with the Ragatha's choice of words, you're our God and Savior, and here they're listing off things that Christianity doesn't want to do, or the normal God doesn't do. He doesn't listen. He doesn't give anything that they want. Or if you think outside the box, it's just all this stuff. You don't know how life is in our shoes, and all that stuff, just metaphors out the wazoo with biblical iconography, all that stuff, and which, going back to the very first, the opening sequence, when Cain devours Abel, there's, once again, I was telling them, is a black void, in which is just Cain. And in Genesis, the first book of the Bible, I think it's the first line. I looked it up. I think it might not be, but anyways, it says, and God said, "Let there be light," in which that's the circus. And so oh, that's very good, metaphor and all that stuff like that. It really honestly shook me. I was like, oh, that's good. But we're coming up to my favorite part, where he's going through we're going from the Bible metaphors to the reference material metaphors now with the whole scene coming up. Pause. Or pause play, man.
I'm gonna put you freaks in your place! Why do you people torment me? I didn't have to be created. I just wanted to fulfill my purpose.
Wait, no, shit.
Wait.
He can feel
Yeah.
that he was about to get
Yeah.
deleted.
That's what. Then too. I think somebody on Threads pointed out that's the most human thing we ever get out of him. It's just like a person dying, like, wait, and just like, oh, and then just like the dying breath, just like, oh no, I don't like this.
I think I accidentally killed Kane.
Holy shit.
And our second curse word.
But I want to know, why did he use the word kill if Kane isn't a real person?
Yeah,
Wouldn't- in this case, wouldn't he have said
I
deleted or
yeah.
permanently deleted him?
It's
Not
that
killed?
the wordplay in this is heavy. Like I said, like from Ragatha calling him God and Savior, Kinger saying I accidentally killed Kane. Like they're treating him as an actual person, and which like this is probably the only other thing they really know, other than the fact that like he's an AI program, but this whole time they're just treating him as an actual person, which is really interesting. But
And he did put everyone through, I guess, their biggest fears and insecurities.
yes, because
But
well, go ahead.
I do wonder, when it comes to Pomni,
She is literally an exception.
was she close to someone outside of her life that betrayed her, which is why they put like gummy goo
Yeah.
in there and like attacking her? Or did she just, because when she explains her backstory, you know, she's like, oh, I was a person that liked to make videos of exploring abandoned buildings and this and that. But she never actually explains like, oh, my life was like this, it was hell. So is that where her fear came from, is from the episode where she met Gummy Goo and then he was erased from her life? Or was she actually close to someone in her life and she got betrayed, or they were just taken away from her, or
Yeah, so
something?
suddenly, because
Everyone else had their actual fears, like Ragatha being afraid of her mom, you know, abusing her, Gangle having like problems with her emotions or just not being able to choose,
Like,
you know,
what we were thinking
what
that
emotion she wants to be.
yes, and two, like, well, I said it, but she kind of thinks differently, just a little bit. But like, I was wondering if she was a failed art student, because especially
Or maybe that.
yeah, because especially too with the episode where they're working at the fast food restaurant, she literally is like, "Oh, I want to launch my own webcomic inspired by manga," because like, where else does she have to turn to for art other than the fact that she does that? But also the fact too, like what it could also be the fact too that she's not, like, she is emotionally unbalanced, because every single episode her happiness mask gets broken, because it's like just shows like her fragility of her own happiness is such, like anything can break it pretty much, whether it be physical, emotional, or even just straight up, like just anything can make a break, like especially whenever what episode was it where it just falls off.
I need to move.
Yeah, you're fine. It just falls off her face. It just cracks because of what, I forgot who said something, but yeah, it just falls off her face. But
It's because my cat decided to lay on my lap and
Oh.
it's messing up my waist tracker.
no.
So I'm turning it off.
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. Yeah, there's not much. Well, I mean, not much left. But it has been an hour, but I can hop off for a few. I'll hop off for a few and probably just hang out after a little bit. But anyway, especially too with the whole truck, because especially with the episode with the going back to the one where they're all at the fast food restaurant, she unknowingly jumps in front of a truck. We're wondering if that's what happened in real life, where she was just like going through some emotions and something like that, and like she wasn't aware of her surroundings and was almost hit by a truck.
Which is where I was gonna get at, but you didn't let me finish.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. And then with Jax, obviously, either he was afraid of being made fun of, that he tried to live up to a specific standard, or he was bullied,
Mm-hmm.
and he was, I don't know, because in the silhouettes, it's Pomni, Kaufmo, and Ribbit.
Yes. And I was kind of wondering
So
too.
was he
go ahead.
was he afraid of being judged by them, or are they like representations of the people that he met like in his life and then he was bullied by it?
Could be how I interpreted it. He was afraid of them laughing at him, like showing, like when he shows himself vulnerable, because my partner brought that up. Like maybe he's just afraid of people, like he's just afraid of showing his vulnerability. And it's like, oh, so that's probably why they're laughing at him, because they tear his skin off and he's standing there like literally vulnerable, and so that's what, like, they're still laughing at him for that. Like, but like either case, because this is just this is like what her and I were doing ever since for episode 1, like just theory crafting and trying to figure them out, all that stuff like that. But
I don't really have anything for Zubul because we already know she was having an identity crisis from the beginning. So
yeah, her
I don't have
body
anything else to add on to it.
Yeah, body dysmorphia, all that stuff like that. Like it is very clear whenever like you see her room, like, well, and especially whenever she's like, yeah, I don't like myself, I don't like this body, in which, like, yeah, that could be, that's definitely translating in real life, where she doesn't like how she looks and stuff like that. Though too, like, makes me wonder why Gangle is a ribbon. Because all of them have their body, because that's what Kane says. Like, I have all the body types matched to whatever data I have. So I was like, what does Gangle's, what, like, to basically be a ribbon? Like, what is that? Kind of wondering that myself.
Maybe because of like her emotions in general.
Maybe
they're all tangled up into something.
It could be that. I definitely think I definitely would buy stock in that one though. But I'll go ahead and end that session right here. Then too, definitely watch that video if y'all haven't seen it. especially since I didn't show some parts by accident because I had the camera on us still. But anyway, that'll do it for that one.